Welcome to the Wealth Transfer with TC. Today I'm going to be talking about the Treat token. Now this is something that we've been expecting for some time, and they're actually going to launch this on January the 14th, which is on Tuesday. Now I'm going to go over some things because many of us, including myself, thought that Treat was a cover name for Shina Inu, right? But I'm finding out now over the last few days and just going over all the information that's been released that it is going to be a separate token. But I will go over some things about that in this video. Now, first, before I get started, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing information, giving you my thoughts and my opinions on that information. If you guys like these videos that I make, the support links are down below in the description and also the comment section. Now, the first thing is that I want to say is that Treat token has not been launched. There's speculation on what the contract address is, and I'll get to that in a video. It just depends on how everything else goes and whether or not if all the connections are really there. But the Treat token is going to be launched on January the 14th. And so far, it's going to be on 3 different exchanges. And on here, it does say about the Treat launch, it says not intended for U.S. audiences. So I'm assuming that it's not going to be either on decentralized exchanges or it's not going to be on centralized exchanges like Coinbase or Crypto.com and so on. So the 3 exchanges that it's going to be on, the first one is BitGet, and this trading actually starts at 11 a.m. So if you're on BitGet, you have opportunity to purchase this. 87.45 million Treat are up for grabs on the BitGet launch pool. If you have BitGet, you can take advantage of that opportunity. It's also going to be on Gate.io and then also KuCoin. Trading is going to start at 11 o'clock UTC time on January the 14th. Now for me, 11 a.m. Coordinated Universal Time is 5 a.m. in the morning. So if you're on the East Coast, that would be 6 a.m. If you're on the West, it's either 4 or 3 a.m. So you'll be able to start trading this at that time. So if you're on those 3 exchanges, then you're going to be able to trade that token. So make sure that you have some funds. Now, as far as decentralized exchange, I've heard some rumors that it's not going to be available on decentralized exchanges, or maybe it's just going to be available on ShibaSwap. So we want to be prepared and ready for this Treat token launch. Now, going back to the Shina token, and we did think that at one time that the Treat name was a cover for the Shina token. And they did release a statement on January the 8th, but it has nothing to do with Shiba or anything else. It says, "Hi friends, white paper just updated with new dates reflecting our slight delay. We do not know what tomorrow will bring, but we expect a beta version of this off-chain app to be released this month or next. Best wishes to you and your family." So far we haven't really heard anything about the Shina token as far as being part of this ecosystem officially. Now, I do want to point out, if you look at this picture right here that did come from the Shiba token website, it shows Shiba Inu, bone, and leash. And then it has SHI with a face, with an anchor, representing what SHI is supposed to be, which is a stable coin. Now, if you guys remember, Satoshi had said that SHI, SHI, was supposed to be the stable coin, right? And I'm just going to read a little bit of this here. But it says, needless to say, SHI is a concern after watching all the other stable tokens collapse and billions of dollars get wiped off the market completely. So as for SHI, we've seen independent development from a group of developers in our decentralized network. They've submitted a version of SHI that seems to avoid the issues found in other moonshots while allowing SHI to be used to counter and balance payments that need to be done without market fluctuations. This will be an experimental protocol like everything else decentralized that SHI does, and more detailed and complex set of information will be released about this token as it is finalized. Bearing no insane issues, this should be released in 2022. Well, we know Shina Inu was released in 2022. Satoshi has had many times to say that he's not a part of the project. He gets tagged almost every single day, and if he wanted to deal with it head on, he could have by now. And also, too, just so you're aware, SHI is still scrolling on the top of ShibaSwap, right? There's only 10 tokens up here, and one of them is Shina Inu. So this is something that has been happening for, more than 6 months now, and that I've pointed out in videos people on Facebook and other social media is pointing out that the Shina token is on ShibaSwap, but not only that, the Shina token is scrolling across the top on the ShibaSwap website right after DAI. And you can see right here the SHI token. It's right there. It doesn't have its full pricing like all the others. If this was a scam, it would not be scrolling across Satoshi's ShibaSwap website. So let me go ahead and read this, and I'll touch back on SHI here in just a moment. But here is the SHI.io website, Meet Treat. This is our newest token, and it is integral to the ecosystem rewards and governance. The role of Treat in the SHI.io ecosystem: unlock the full potential of Treat, your access token to advanced features of the network state operating system within the SHI.io ecosystem, where rewards, governance, security, and spending unite to foster a vibrant, thriving community. Treat is the key that unlocks all the enhanced capabilities of our evolving network state. By holding Treat, you gain exclusive access to forward-driving features and services designed to reshape digital interactions. Whether you're exploring cutting-edge payment solutions or driving into new realms of virtual collaboration, Treat serves as your all-access point to more innovative and interconnected future. Treat powers the revolutionary Wolf Wars, Farming 2.0, an advanced yield farming mechanism that empowers SHIB citizens to maximize their earnings. By utilizing the VE Treat, the Vote Escrow Treat, users can influence liquidity pair rewards through dynamic gauge voting, combining governance control with financial incentives. Liquidity providers also benefit from additional Treat rewards alongside trading fees, creating a dual reward system that enhances participation in the ecosystem. Treat governs the innovation branch of the network state, empowering strategic investments in groundbreaking ideas. Through regular voting opportunities, ShibaSens actively shape the ecosystem by aligning liquidity incentives with the market dynamics, fostering a vibrant and responsive community. By staking Treat, holders can amplify their governance influence, deepening the token's role in critical decision-making. Treat unlocks real-world utility through ShibaPay, an on-chain payment system that redefines how transactions are made. With Treat, users can make direct payments, bypassing traditional processors while ensuring transparency and trust through blockchain verification. This innovation paves the way for a new era of crypto-powered commerce. The impact on SHIB ecosystems: key rewards token grants voting power, unlocking advanced features. The Treat token is different from the Shina Inu token. Now, I do want to give a bit of encouragement for people who are holding on to Shina Inu. Remember when Shiba.io had this on their website for some time? And so I screenshotted it and I saved it. But we have the launch of Treat, right? We got Shiba, we got Bone, we got Leash. The last one is going to be Shina Inu. All right, folks, so just hold on when it comes to Shina. But we do have an opportunity for the Treat launch. This is going to happen on January the 14th, 5 a.m. Central Standard Time, my time. So you guys need to figure out what 11 o'clock UTC time is for your country or your time zone. So like I said before, I'm going to make another video on some additional thoughts on Treat and some things that I'm seeing on the Etherscan. So anyways, folks, that's all that I have for this. I just want you guys to be ready. BitGet, KuCoin, and Gate so far. So make sure you guys have funds. I can't use those exchanges, and I didn't do the whole Palau ID. I am still on foreign exchanges without that. But I'm hoping that they're going to add it to more exchanges. And also, hopefully, we have the option for decentralized exchange. But I don't see how that can't happen, but that remains to be seen. I thank you guys for listening. God bless. TC out.